Okay. This capacitor that feeds the video output, it's worth 400 volts. It's a 0.047 according to the schematic. I couldn't read it on there. It's scratched out, so it's showing closed eye at around 100 volts. I measured the value. The value seemed correct. It was right around 0.1. Okay. That's this one. It was so tough to get out. It's a 0.047. So now we'll move on to move on to this white one. This is go to the outside foil, and this will go to this here. Okay, this is replacing that one. So we'll check this out. This is worth 400 volts. So she's showing not the greatest at below 50 volts, I think. We'll put it up to 100 volts. This is the one I was allowing about 136 volts through it or whatever it was. Okay, but I had it running today through this and it didn't seem to have any improvements. Okay, we'll pull this back and go to capacitance. Whoops, this way. It's 0.047, so we'll go down to 1 up here. Little laxy. It shows it about, I'm on the 0.001, the center scale, so it shows about actually it's showing over a 0.1 microfarads. It's supposed to be 0.047, so resistance must be, I don't know if resistance would make it the capacity go higher. I wouldn't think it would, but I think there's other people that say that, but I don't believe it would. I think it would decrease it, but okay, back to voltage check, leakage check. Okay, yeah, she's at 40 volts. Okay, as long as we're at it, we'll check this one. That will be going in. They're worth 650 volts. This thing always is shadowing there, so that's normal. If I back it off about 350 to 450 volts, it's seems better. But it's always acted that way. Okay. The value is a 0.1, so let's see what happens here. I'm on the 0.001 scale, which is the center one. So about there. This is supposed to be a 0.047. So I'll call it right on. I got to mark the outside foil. I have that running. I got to check the resistors. I got that resistor here, and actually this resembles was it supposed to be 8,200 or something? Resembles burnt out gray. This over here is silver. So it looks like gray. I'll have to look at it again. I should have wrote it down. I think it's on here. No. And I tipped it over and checked that 0.15 microfarads on automatic gain control. That was leaky, but I don't think there's hardly any voltage in the automatic gain control, and the capacity seemed okay. So I wouldn't blame that for my problems. What I got to blame is this thing, I guess. But something made this get like this. That was probably this. Leaking from the previous stage. We'll have to look at that and see what it's doing. Video output. This is that one up on top. Here's the resistor, 8.2K. Here's the waxy. I was just checking that previous stage goes to this stuff, so I don't see any voltage there. Just automatic gain control voltage. It's on this diode stuff. So we got negative 0.36 volts, so that's not gonna cause any problems here, I wouldn't think. So I'll get this connected up, and then I'm gonna hold off on this because I'm gonna hook my piece of equipment up there and see what I get. See if I get a clean video. My B&K 1077B up to there. I'll hook it up to here and see if I get a clean video. If I get this 8.2K and I got it down, mine was reading what 300 was it 3,000? I'll have to check again. It's supposed to be 8.2K. We'll check. And I checked these. These things measured have continuity. I don't remember what they were. They measured about the same. So this is supposed to read 8.2K. Measuring 0.001 center scale. It's measuring about the high end of 0.04, so 0.047 is supposed to be. Measures 331 ohms. I'll see what I can find. I got 8.2 Ks in half watts. Maybe I'll just put a half watt in there temporarily and see if it burns up. It goes right down here. Hard spot, but I also got to get that yellow 0.047, another one like that down there. I am not sleeving them. No way. So I got this removed, and this out. Got that put in there. I don't have this truly finished yet. This reads correctly. I measured a few of these. They look okay. Obviously, this 22 across the RFC, I can't measure it, so we'll try to get this. I'm going to put a half watt 8.2K in there. I might hook a milliamp meter up to it, maybe. I might not. This is off my doorbell wire, number 18 gauge. Works very nice for insulation. Very nice. Use it for a fusible resistor. See what happens. It measures 11.5K. So I got it hooked up. My solder ended up right here. I couldn't see what the hell I was even doing. Okay, we're just going to plug it in. See what happens. No signal at this time. See if the resistor burns. The 10K. It's measured to what? 11 something. This diagonal isn't there. Well, that ain't much for brightness. Oops. Very, very weak picture. Very weak. $10K's hanging in. So I gotta hook up a right here where that right around where the 10K is. There's a resistor that has to hook up to this 470K, which is right on the top side here to the control grid of the video amp. I should get that voltage. It's very dim. I'm pretty sure I checked the picture too, but I better recheck it. My throat is failing me here. Back on, the 10K is boiling. She's bubbling. She's running current. It's bubbling down there. Something's not happening. Okay, I got this on a 200 volt DC scale. I'm hooked to ground and I'm hooked up to the 470K, the control grid. I'm supposed to get about a negative 1.5. See what happens here. Plug it back in. Probably have to come down on this, but $1 negative. It's negative. Negative 2 volts. So the more it goes negative, the less it's going to amplify the video amplifier, I would assume. What else can be the problem? How about this pin 8, 120 volts? I better check on that. Let's see if she's bubbling. Not yet. Yeah, she's starting to bubble. We got a squeegee capacitor right there, but it's not in my end where my 4.7K is. It's in number 2. That tubular capacitor there. You can see the wire. It looks kind of hard to see. It's a lot of wax. So we turn it on with this 4.7K. That's 9, 8. That's pin 8. Pin 8. See if we get 120 volts here. See what happens. Uh-oh. Shit. Oh, I'm clear. Uh-oh, no, I'm not clear. Gotta wait until the tubes warm up. So I got 100. $107 volts. It's bubbling. The 10K. I'll have to see what the plate voltage is supposed to be. Doesn't really say. Oh, 75 to 175. So if I have the brightness all the way up, 75 to 175. Okay. And I have this all the way up, the contrast all the way up, so I wonder what that means. That means I'm towards ground. Maybe I'll pull back on this. Pull it down to 50%. It'll believe me at 300 ohms, I guess. Okay, it's on pin 9. See what happens. Thousand volts. Needs to warm up. So I pull back on the contrast here. I don't know if that's a good idea because then that can make this potentiometer burn. I better keep it full blast. Then I think it's the cathode's right to ground. Now I'll do the brightness here. Okay, brightness all the way down. I'll pull back on the contrast. Oops, that's why I'm contrast all the way down. Let's get to this 168 volts. I'll turn the contrast up all the way. And now the brightness up. We got no brightness right now. Brightness all the way. $47 volts, brightness all the way. It's kind of doggy, not bright enough. What happened? $10K is smoking, bubbling. I'm going to grab another tube and throw in. Okay. My throat's effed up. I can't talk. Here we are. I know oh boy. I know those tours. 2 meters use these things. It's the same thing. I know it is. 6GN8 is not. That's not the same. 6GN8. No, I don't think that's the same. This one is 6BA8. This is the same. This might be a substitute too. I don't know. They're in with the tour stuff. Two-door. The two-door is a Ford. I had a 47 two-door. Going back over. $470 ohms, 100K. 470 watts, 100K, 470 ohms. Got some more. This is 6AQ5, 6AQ5. This is one, I think. I mean, the signal path is not hooked up in there anyways. We need the one going to the, we need that capacitor put in. But it's not very bright either. Bubbling away. Well. I wonder what this green one does. That tubular capacitor right there. That's kind of on the B plus. I think that's just B plus. That number A or whatever it was called. What that baby is. But if that was cramping its style, I would just lower to B plus. I don't think it would overheat. I'll snip it out. Okay, it's pulled out of service. It should tell you to set this at a all the way, the contrast all the way up or all the way down. The same with the brightness, so you get a decent amount of voltage accuracy there. Maybe it does. I haven't read it. Bubbling. What the hell is it out of focus for? Well, piece of garbage, I guess. I don't know. See what happens. See what else I can come up with. So I'll hook up the other yellow jacket, get a signal path. I want to hook up that one test instrument real quick. Just see. It's probably going to be a garbled picture. We'll see. Okay. Got this hooked up to her. Got it hooked right up into the input of the antenna input. Got this away from there so we don't have any issues. Leave it on negative. Channel 4. Picture's weak. This diagonal shit ain't there.